Hi, it's Gabrielle with Gabrielle Diffusco Yoga, and today I'm going to show you a short sequence that you can do to help clear your mind. Whether it's because you're feeling stressed or there's just a lot of noise in your mind, this sequence, these poses and stretches can really help quiet things down. So let's get started. We're going to begin in child's pose, and I recommend using a block for your child's pose to relax your head upon it. It can be very, very calming for the mind. And if you don't wish to use the block, that's fine too. Just push it aside and bring the forehead down to your block. Hands can come to the feet to release the shoulders, and begin to move a little from side to side, settling into your body while massaging your forehead, emptying the mind, quieting the mind. And you can continue with these rocks, or perhaps at some point you wish to become still. And you stay with your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. And when you feel complete, begin to rise up. And you'll move your block aside, and we'll come to downward facing dog pose. So grounding your hands, pressing through the balls of your feet, lift the knees. Feet can be about hip width or maybe wider. See what feels good to your pelvis. And what I like to do is to pedal my feet a little bit, move around, and you can rock the hips from side to side. Just drop the hips down to one side and then the other. Or you may wish to remain in a very still downward facing dog pose. We're going to walk up towards our hands, coming into forward fold, or you could be a lot more soft here and be more in a ragdoll by keeping the knees slightly bent and just letting the arms go, letting the head go, emptying out. And if moving feels very good to your body, you can sway from side to side and maybe lengthen one leg and bend the opposite knee, and then do that to the other side. Just stretching the body a little bit. And then from our forward fold, we'll step back into runner's lunge pose. So lift the left foot, take a big step back, bring the hands in, and keeping the right foot towards the right thumb, fingertips in alignment with the toe tips, and perhaps walking, lengthening the left leg behind you. And do a big cat stretch here. You wave the spine up, reach the crown of the head forward, create space in the body, and then exhale, go ahead, lower the left knee down, draw the right hip back, left hip forward. And inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold, come right down onto your thigh, reach arms back. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Inhale. And make these breaths long and deep. And then inhale, we're going to take this into a twist now. So the left arm can come to the outside of the right leg, taking the right arm right back behind you and You have other options here. You can take the arm into a half bind, or taking the hand to your hip if that's more comfortable, if you have some tightness in the shoulder. And you can take your gaze, whichever variation that you're doing, and looking behind you. 3 more breaths here. 2 and 1. Inhale, come to center, and we'll be returning to downward facing dog by lifting the left knee, and you can extend the opposite leg up, give it a good shake out, lengthen it, and bring it right back down, and moving if it feels nice, or being still. Okay. We'll come right back up to our hands, so take a little walk up towards your hands. Maybe give the wrist a little squeeze here. Moving around, maybe adding yoga mudra, swaying from side to side. Just explore your body, feel good as you exhale all the thoughts out. Inhalations, let the breath clear the mind, and exhale, deeply release. We'll release the hands back to the ground. We'll step the right foot back, keeping the left foot towards the left thumb, and toe tips with fingertips. Go ahead and do a big cat stretch here. Press the spine up, and then reach the crown of the head forward, and then once again exhale, lower the opposite knee down. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, let it all go. Empty out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, fill up with breath. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale. And now coming into our twist, so you'll have a view of it from the back view. Right arm to the outside of the left leg, taking the left arm back behind you, or into a little half bind. Hand to the hip, of course, is also a nice option. And then gaze continues to be behind you, looking behind the shoulder. 3 more breaths. 2 and 1, and then spinning towards the center. Reach your arms up, and exhale, returning to down dog, lifting the back knee, taking the left leg back, give it a good shake, maybe open up and extend, and bring the foot back down. Moving about or being still. There's something very calming and quiet about being still. Knees will return back down, coming back into child's pose. And you can do supported child's pose with the block or not, up to you. Hands by the feet to release the shoulders, and once again moving from side to side. Continuing to massage your forehead, massage any tension out. And then from our child's pose, we'll rise up and we'll come down onto our backs. So having your knees bent, do a little windshield wiping from side to side. massaging the lower back, massaging the spine, and just loosening up anything that might feel stuck in the hips. I like to also move my head from side to side, give the back of my skull a massage, getting whatever tension that might be in my head to be freed out. And then moving into constructive rest pose. And that's with the feet wide towards the edges of your mat. And then you'll take the insides of your knees and draw them in. And then taking your arms into a cactus position, almost looks like a pitchfork. And really allow the back to relax. Allowing your eyes to close and just feeling your psoas relax here, both psoas right and left relaxing. And breathing in and out through the nose. And when you feel complete, we'll be moving right into a twist. So the right leg will cross right on top of the left leg, and then using the left hand to draw the legs down to the left and keeping the right arm in cactus. Keeping the right ear down towards the right side. And pausing here as we wring out tension out of the spine. And that can have a very calming effect on the brain as well when we twist the spine. And take a few breaths here. Notice if you're tightening up and see if you can suggest to those muscles to relax. Where can you let go just a bit more? And staying here as long as you'd like. And when you're ready to come out of the pose, simply lift the knees up, undo the legs, and once again, little intermission, rock from side to side, windshield wipe from side to side, head can move from side to side as well. And then returning to constructive rest pose number 2. So the feet are wide and drop the insides of the knees together. Arms in cactus. And relaxing and softening. Continuing to keep the eyes closed so we keep the mind quiet as possible. And once you're ready, moving on to the twist to the other side, left leg crosses right on top of the right leg. Using your right hand, draw the legs over towards the right. Left arm stays in cactus, drop the left ear down. And coming into your twist on the other side. Staying with your breath, inhaling and exhaling. And feel the length of your breaths. Feel the body gently moving as you breathe. Gentle little wave. And then we'll come up to center and take a little butterfly pose. So legs in a diamond shape, feet come together, and perhaps this time take the arms over your head, grabbing opposite elbows, maybe extending the arms all the way up, fingertips reaching up back behind you. Another nice place is to put the hands is to the insides of the thighs. And staying here as long as you'd like. There's really no limit whatsoever. And then from butterfly pose, you close your legs, and I would like to conclude with supported shoulder stand. And you'll need a block for that. You can certainly use a very thick book. You may want to put something soft on top of it so it's gentle against your skin. You would simply take your block underneath your hips, okay, and bend the knees and bring the legs up towards the ceiling. And they can stay straight up, or perhaps take them a little bit back behind you. And it can feel very, very calming to get the legs upside down, especially if your legs are feeling tired or weary, and that can certainly have a profound effect on the stress of the mind. And by having ourselves partially upside down, we're getting some nice blood flow to the brain, which can be very calming, very soothing, and of course very quieting. And then once you're complete with your shoulder stand, you would bend your knees, place the feet on top of your mat, remove the block, and from here you would move into Shavasana. And I'm going to show you some variations today. Of course, the traditional Shavasana is having the legs extended out, legs a few inches apart, arms in an A-frame position, and completely letting yourself go. And then there are two other variations I'd like to show you that can help really deeply release your body. So the first variation would be to use two blocks. And you would take your first block to the top of your mat, long side up, and this is going to be for your head. And the second block will be for your back, short side up, and right beneath the top block. And as you come down, and you'll probably have to adjust this a little bit so it feels comfortable to your body, you bring your back down, having your head come down to the top block. Make adjustments so you feel very comfortable. And your chest will be lifted here, arms relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Let the weight of your feet splay out. And you would close your eyes and, of course, breathe here. And then the second variation, very, very similar to this, a little more restorative for the spine, would be using a bolster. And if you don't have a bolster, you can use a blanket, and I'll show you how to use it with a blanket. So you get your bolster, place it the long way so that your spine molds right into the bolster, and you bring your lower back towards the edge of the bolster, legs long, and you drape your body right on top of your bolster, making little adjustments so that you're very comfortable. If your neck needs a little support, you can take a blanket and fold a blanket and rest your head there. But otherwise, just like in our previous variation, you would relax the arms, relax the shoulders, the legs, let the feet splay out, closing your eyes and breathing. And of course, staying in Shavasana as long as you'd like. Now, if you don't have the bolster, here is the blanket, and it'll be in the shape of a Tootsie Roll. And same idea, getting the spine to lay right on top of the blanket. Just like that. So you can stay in any of these poses as long as you like. Feel free to add some other poses to the sequence. It's here to help you feel better, to feel calmer in your mind. Thanks so much for watching. Namaste.